doing well. This video today is going to be talking about, of course, this is my daily vlog, but this video today is going to be talking about, like the title said, you don't have to answer the call. So if you, like I said, before I even get started, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And of course, click that notification bell to receive all the videos or the notifications for the videos that I upload to this channel. So you don't have to answer the call. This is all about. Earlier, I met with clients. I facilitated a support group, and of course, a lot of different topics and issues always come up at the support groups that I do facilitate. And something that it struck me today that something that I'm sure that a lot of other folks are going through as well. But you don't have to answer the call. Sometimes we have friends and family that will, of course, drive us crazy, partners, all other kind of folks, jobs, whoever it is that will drive us crazy. And if we keep answering the call, they're going to keep making sure we answer that call. They're going to keep getting whatever they can get out of us, whether it's our energy, our services, whatever it is, just a lending an ear or whatever it is. They're going to keep getting whatever it is out of us until we stop answering that call, especially if that call is making us stressed, keeping us frustrated, keeping us where we can't even get to sleep every day. Because their issues are more important than our issues, and their issues are driving us crazy. Like I said, at some point we have to set boundaries as far as what time am I going to accept this person's call, or if I'm going to accept this person's call again. You can determine that. That's your choice to do. You don't have to ask anybody for permission to do anything like that. You can do it yourself. If that call, the person that's calling is always having issues and constantly stressing you out, and you're just pulling your hair out and sick and tired of it, you don't have to answer their phone calls anymore if you don't want to. I don't care who they are. They can be your mother, they can be your father, your brother, your sister, whoever it is. You can always set limits to how you use your phone, text, call, whichever way you want to communicate with these people. You have to set that boundary, not them. Obviously, they're not going to set that boundary because they can get whatever they need to get from you when they do call. Even if it's just a conversation, whatever it is. But you have to set that boundary. Especially, like I said, if it's stressing you out, if it's driving you crazy, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of hearing this conversation, then stop answering the call. Yes, I understand those people mean something to you and you love them and you want to make sure they're okay and all these types of things, but you also have to be okay too. You also have to make sure that you're doing your own self-care and de-stressing and that type of thing. Not keep on getting their calls and you're constantly burning yourself to death and they're over here fighting. You're trying to see how you can get there to help. You don't need to keep doing that, especially if it's stressing you out and causing your blood pressure to rise. Like I said before, I don't care who they are. You may not be as old as me. I'm 47 and a half years old. You may be younger than me, half my age. But just know that at some point you don't have to answer their call, especially if it's a hard decision for you to make, because I know you're going to have some guilt in there somewhere. You're going to feel guilty about not answering the call because that's your mother or that's your father or that's your brother or that's your sister or that's your best friend. And they've done stuff for you in the past. But at some point you don't owe them anything. And at some point you have to realize you set the boundary to when you want to answer the call, text, however they're communicating with you. You set that boundary. Like I said before, not them. Because if you keep doing it, aiding and abetting them, and I guess in whatever situation they're going through, they're going to keep using you as the person to call and to depend on, to borrow that money from, to borrow that car from, or I need a ride, or I need some food, or I'm out of diapers, can you buy some? Whatever it is. They're going to keep using you for that because you keep answering the call. You don't have to answer the call. Just know that I don't care what is going on. Most situations will work themselves out in 24 to 48 hours. If you call them back in about 3 days, I'm sure they'll be just fine. I do it all the time. They'll be just fine. Just know that you don't have to answer the call all the time at all. Or if you want to stop the calls, stop it. That's up to you, but you set that boundary, not them. Yes, that may guilt trip you. Oh, I did this for you, or oh, I always came through for you, or I'm your sister, or I'm your mother, I need your help, and all these kind of things. That's fine and dandy. But if it's causing you too much stress, too much, you can't get to sleep, so much that you're dropping your own stuff at your own house with your own family to go take care of these people that's over here fighting, acting a fool, trying to borrow some money because because their priorities are not in order, then that's on them. They'll figure it out the same way you figure it out, I'm sure. But at some point, like I said, you have to set the boundary to not answer that call again, or to set boundaries as to when you're going to answer that call and when you're going to call them back. You don't have to always pick up your phone every time it rings or it texts. Pick up your phone and, oh my God, it's a text message. Let the thing sit there. You don't have to always answer and reply to everything that comes up on your phone. Like I said, this issue came up earlier, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to answer anything. I understand they're stressed and all this kind of stuff is going on. They're having issues and they're having problems. Okay. They can find some resources to help solve them problems. Or if you want to find the resources, send them to them to help them solve them, then go ahead and do that. But you don't have to be the person living in the same shoes as they are as well, going through the same experiences. They're calling all upset, telling you this happened, and oh my God, I need the money, or I need to borrow this, I need this is going on, my man, and hit me again, all this kind of stuff. You decide what you want to answer to. You don't have to answer that call. Answer the call whenever you feel like it. I understand things may be going on, but like I said, there's 911 if it's an emergency. Wait 24 to 48 hours. I bet you their situation will be resolved. It always happens that way. Like I said, you don't have to answer the call if you don't want to. Just keep that in mind. And like I said, I know you're going to feel guilty. It's going to eat you up inside. Because you're going to feel bad because they've done these things for you in the past, or done something for you in the past, and now they're holding it over your head that I've done this for you. Why can't you do it for me? You don't have to feel guilty about that at all. Just know that you have your limits. Just know that you have your limits and you can set your boundaries and you have respect for yourself to do what you need to do for yourself first and foremost. Don't sit up here and let these folks stress you out and just keep you dangling on a string all day long. Because they're having issues and they can't get their ish together. They'll figure it out. At some point, that becomes an enabling relationship. Meaning that you're enabling them to keep doing what they're doing. Codependent. That's what codependency is. If you're the one they always call to borrow money because they didn't spend all the money at the casino, and now they need bill money from you, that's their problem. That's their priorities messed up. You're being it's a codependent relationship. You're giving them exactly what they need so they'll never get things in order. They'll never straighten up. They'll never become the responsible adult that they need to be to live their own life and not borrow money from you anymore. And until you break that pattern, they're going to keep calling you, asking for the same thing all the time. And if you keep doing it like a dummy, just keep giving it to them, that's on you. But like I said, that's something that you have to set boundaries for, not them, because the users will not stop using only until you stop that. They'll keep using you until you stop it. And it's nobody's fault. I don't care what the situation is. You can blame them for always calling this kind of thing, but that's on you because you didn't set your boundary and stand firm on your boundary. That's one thing that I had to learn as well because I was a people pleaser, driving folks to the store, doing all these kind of things, dropping everything I needed to do 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning actually sometimes. Going to Walmart, going to pick these folks up to go to Walmart. That was on me because I did not set the boundary and stand firm on that boundary. I did not take my own self-care and self-respect serious enough in order for me to let them know that. I let them walk all over me, do all this kind of stuff. I had to learn the same thing I'm telling y'all. Yes, I'm a social worker. Yes, I'm a life coach. But I had to learn all these things before I became, in the beginning of my social worker career, back in my late teens, early 20s. I had to learn these things. It wasn't an easy feat. No, it wasn't. Yes, I felt guilty. Yes, some days I cried because I didn't want to lose the relationship or friendship. But I had to realize what was I willing to of course lose in order for me to feel good about myself. What was I willing to lose in order for me to become happy? And not running ragged and trying to do everything for these people who now all have blocked me because I stopped doing what I was doing. I had to realize that. It's been years, 15, I don't know how many years now, but still. I was the bad person. I was this. Okay, I'll be that. I'm not even gonna answer to it anymore, but I will be that. I know what I did, and I know how I set my boundaries nowadays. But like I said, nowadays nobody can do that to me. I put it that way anymore. Back then, I was trying to be everybody's friend and trying to keep the support system, do all these things. But I had to realize my sanity was worth more than them. If I wasn't, of course, happy and all these types of things, that was my own fault because I did not stand firm on my boundaries. And I didn't let everybody know either about those boundaries. I just, oh, okay, I'll let it slide this time because I need something from the store too at 12 o'clock at night. And yes, it was 12 o'clock at night. Picking them up, getting back home 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I was doing stuff like that back in the day. Like I said, I'm not exempt either, but I had to learn that my sleep was more important, my self care was more important than taking them to the store, whether I needed something or not. So, like I said, you have to realize at some point the same thing I had to tell myself the truth about these things. Nobody else is going to tell you the truth but yourself. You know what you're doing wrong. You know what boundaries you're not standing on. You know what, like I said, boundaries you're not standing on, and you're letting people run over you. You know exactly what them things are, and what they're running over you with. You know exactly what those things are. But you have to be the one that's going to stand firm on your boundaries and not, oh, because I love them, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, that is fine. Yourself comes first. You don't have to answer their call if you don't want to. Always remember that. Never forget that. And if you keep answering their call, that's you being codependent in their relationship with them, enabling them. And whatever they're calling you for, money, sex, whatever it is, they'll never stand on their own 2 feet because you're giving them exactly what they need, and they're going to keep depending on you for those things. Take it from somebody that's almost 50. I know that now. I'm telling you that now too. You don't have to answer the call, y'all. So like I said, this is Tonetta Clay again, your social worker and your coach. Like I said, definitely thank you for tuning in. But those that catch the replay, let me know in the comments, what boundaries are you not standing firm on? And what you need to firm up on. So like I said, definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to receive all the videos that upload to this channel. Again, you don't have to answer the call, y'all. Peace out.